Hi, this is Snoop Dogg, and you're about to see the best sports and entertainment talk show on the internet with your host, Troy Geary. The man who seems to go to every sporting event, and Dave Stevens born without legs, but won 7 Emmys and played college football and minor league baseball. Throw in Will Stein wherever Will Stein is, and you've got a heck of a show. It's the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. Faux shizzle.
That's right. That's right. We are back on Radio Row, kicking off day 4 or 5 of coverage. I think they've all gone together. Yeah, we got here Sunday. Today is Thursday, so day 5. The eye bags a little better tonight. I did get some sleep. Thanks again to Kenny Mayne for inviting us to Kenny Mayne again. Again, his documentary or comedy sport of wiffle ball. We all went last night. We are back to Radio Row. And we have a wonderful guest coming to you from, let's see, Jegil, where are you from? Where home is where?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. And we have, let's see here, what happened here? There you go. Ghosts and Goblins this morning. Troy is here. I'm here. Jegil is here. And we are here. Okay, just working out those early morning bugs. So Jegil is joining us. He is the of Pye. Oh, we lost your set. Dang it. All right, guys, I'm going to drop off and come back up. We're having issues, technical issues. Let me try this again. It's too early in the morning for this. I've reached the limit time of 2 extra cameras. I don't know what that means. Let's delete, remove, try this again. There we go. All right, that's live TV for you. So again, tell us about Pye. Tell us about how you created it after your NFL and college career.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and thanks for joining the show. So after playing football, I decided to go the entrepreneur route. I was happy to be able to get into technology. I had a casino company that we were providing casino supplies. One of my teammates, actually, that I played professional sports with, dad was into the casino business. So in 2015, I received a patent for inventing a kiosk device that attached to a slot machine. And so inventing that device and decided to switch gears a little bit and move to the hospitality and retail industry for self-checkout. Some of those main factors were due to labor shortages, labor costs, and also now today's society, we're talking about tariffs and all the things that's going on with immigration. The restaurant and retail industry is really being impacted by those things. And so being able to create automation for the restaurant and hospitality industry has been a passion for me to be able to help small businesses and large franchises stay in business.
And it seems to be working successfully because I started seeing these things, I think first in airports and some of the unfortunate things of COVID also turned into some positives.
Yeah. I mean, COVID taught us a lot. COVID was one of those things where we went through the great job resignation, where we saw a lot of people that were used to working in a brick and mortar. They started driving Ubers, or they found other ways to be able to generate income. As we saw that, some people found creative ways, but it did have some impact on other industries, and that did bring about a lot of automation because once the curtains unfolded and everybody were able to go back to work, a lot of people didn't go back to work in the same places that they were working in previously. So that definitely impacted the hospitality and retail industry.
And we're kind of watching how easy it is to just go up, touch the screen. You get your kids involved; they're having kind of fun. They think they're playing a video game and they're having fun here. So, it's got to be great knowing that you are also helping people's lives at the same time. Streamlining the process for all of these restaurants and other organizations.
Yeah. It's definitely something that I definitely take pride in. From a standpoint of disability, we've seen self checkout be very impactful. Whether it be people that are doing hearing impaired or other things that they're not able to communicate with with the cashier, we found that to be impactful as well. And so we've also been able to do some language translation. For example, we have restaurants that are mainly based in Asian communities, and so we're able to translate the orders to Mandarin to be able to facilitate that. So it's been very accountable for being able to help the user. I know that some people tend to not be open to self checkout, or they may look at it as they want that hospitality from a standpoint of person to person. But the more we move into the future, I think the more we'll see automation.
I think Troy wants to ask you about football for a minute here too before we get back to your product.
Okay.
Yeah, just talk about going to UAB, and I mean, you had a pretty good career there, and then CFL after, you did some tryouts with the NFL, and
Yeah.
just kind of talk about the process. Look, you played football, so you know what the mentality what these guys are going to be going through on Sunday. So kind of just give us a kind of a talk about your college career, and then also talk about the game Sunday here.
Yeah. So definitely, choosing UAB was difficult for me. I came out of high school. I was top 50 running back in the nation. I had a lot of opportunities and decided to stay close to home. At the time, we were just getting to Conference USA, and so one of the catches was my mom was actually working at UAB, and so they kind of were able to bring her cakes. Back then, you didn't have NIL, so it's a little bit different, but. Had a good career. I guess our biggest win came my junior year. We beat LSU with Nick Saban down in Baton Rouge, so that was a big win for the program, and I was the starting running back on that team. But we played the big schools back then. Conference USA was Louisville, Cincinnati, Southern Miss, TCU, and so transitioning into the pros. I came out of college. I was a Joe Walker candidate, and ended up getting free agent opportunities to Oakland and to the Bills, and so ended up going to Edmonton in the CFL. So bounced around. I think the Super Bowl is a great way to bring people together, former athletes. We were able to go to a couple of events last night and see a bunch of former athletes. But I like to see what's happening with former players transitioning into the business and entrepreneurial world as well.
Yeah, you talked about the CFL for the viewers that just see it on TV. What is that experience like?
Yeah, back then, and I don't know if they've changed the rules, but back then there was no fair catching on punt return, and so that was a huge that was a huge difference. And then also, the field was a little bigger as well, wider, and so it's a little different setup. A lot more passing, but of course the NFL has went to a lot more passing these days as well. So back then though the CFL was definitely a passing league back then. So, but being a running back, it definitely had to adjust to make sure you're able to not only run the ball but catch the ball as well.
Also, UAB had you had a good football program, and then they disbanded it. And talk about what you kind of did to help bring that program back and boosters and try to get that program back up and running.
Yeah, that was a tough time. Choosing UAB over some of the other scholarship offers I had at the time. I had Arkansas and SEC and a lot of the scholarship offers, so it was near and dear for me. It was important to the city of Birmingham, and as I mentioned, my mom worked there. And at the time when they went through the program shutdown, my son was actually probably like 3 years old, and so it just really clicked on me that we may not have a football program that we put so much blood, sweat, and tears into, and so I may not have something when he gets older to say, "Hey, Dad went there, played there," and so that was a huge time to see the program go through that, and so I really wanted to step up and be a part of making sure that the program continued. And so I was, willing to donate to the program and give back, which I think is always important for anybody when it comes to a university. So by doing that, it gives other kids opportunities to play college football and maybe get a
We've had another technical glitch here. I don't know what's going on with this camera. We had everything set up perfectly this morning, and I'm not sure what happened to this camera again. So, since we're on the fly, I'm going to scooch over here and fix things so we can get back to what we're doing because this is live. So again, tell us a little bit about what the future of Pye is.
Yeah, I mean, so Pi, we just recently installed our technology at Dunkin' Donuts, which was huge for us. That was a huge win. It definitely shows that we're able to provide our technology not only for mom and pops but major franchises, and we really appreciate Dunkin' giving us that opportunity to be a part of what they're doing. I'm sure they're going to have a great Super Bowl commercial. They always do. And so the future for Pi, we're just looking to expand. We're currently U.S. and Canada. I believe we're going to see more and more of our technology expand across the U.S. and then we'll also expand into the U.K. In 2025 as well.
And as we see the product, tell us a little bit about the concept and where you go from there.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that we do different at Pi is we design and engineer a complete solution, both hardware and software. So that's something that we're definitely taking pride in. And so we're going to continue to add new technology to that. We have biometrics coming down the pipe. So we'll have facial recognition and some things that we do there to make the automation experience even more faster.
I love seeing the people's faces like they don't realize that they're getting involved with a new technology that probably is going to take over a lot of industry.
Yeah. I mean, and I think we got to make sure that we look at it in a positive light. And so I think some people may say, well, it's taking away jobs, but it's actually going to create jobs. I think there's going to be a job transformation. It's inedible. We're seeing it right now where people are starting to work more into maybe fixing this type of technology or supporting this type of technology versus being a cashier or work in other parts of the phase of the company would be interesting.
And I got to ask, and I don't know if it's sensitive, but what you're doing as a leader in the black community as a black owner, I mean, people are going to look to you for leader and guidance because there's not a lot of entrepreneurs that have that success, especially NFL players in their transition.
Yeah, it's interesting, and that's a good statement. Definitely there. I mean, we see a lot of former NFL players, particularly black, get into the restaurant industry, franchising restaurants and things like that. I would like to see more black former athletes and blacks in general get more into the technology side of things because I definitely think there's a space for us to bring our creativity, and that goes for all races. To be able the more people we get into technology, the more creativity you'll see come about. But anything I can do to support the growth of getting more minorities into the tech space would be great.
All right. Well, our picks guy is going to ask you his usual question. So go ahead, Troy.
All right. What you got on Sunday and why?
So I think I'm going to go with the Eagles on Sunday. I'm a running back fan, being a former running back, so I really like what Saquon Barkley is doing from that standpoint. And so I think I'm going with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts is a former Alabama guy. And I just think all roles point there. I mean, they've been super hot. I was surprised to see the Chiefs squeak by the Bills. But Eagles fly.
All right. Well, you've seen it here first. You've heard it here first. The new innovation of Pye. We've shown it, but where can people find it? And more importantly, other businesses get a hold of you to maybe give us some more cash.
Yeah, we have a listing of locations that we're operating on our website. Feel free to reach out to us. Our website is mypyepos, mypyepos.com. So feel free to visit our website and see if it's of interest to you. We'll be happy to serve you.
And where did the name come from?
So Pye means food as well as it's 3.14. And so we deal in the food space, but we also deal with payments. So that's where the name came from.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure spending some time with you. And again, thank you for your support. And go enjoy Radio Row the rest of the day. You got some other things planned while you're in town?
Yeah, we've got a few more interviews today, and we'll probably go to the Players Impact event tonight, and then I'll probably be heading out of here on Friday morning to get back to the wife and kid more so than anything. I hate I didn't get a chance to bring my little fella down this time, but maybe next time.
All right, we'll see you out in San Francisco. All right, that's going to do it for our first morning edition of Geary, Stein, and Stevens. We have Andrew Zimmern and Maureen Roche coming up from the Taste of the NFL. So they'll be here to talk a little bit about what's going on at that event. And Troy, what do you got planned the rest of the day? You're about to bop over to the last availability, correct?
Well, yeah, but we also have the Super Bowl halftime press conference here in a couple hours. So Kendrick Lamar and his friends, and maybe a few surprises. You never know. Maybe a Swiftie appearance.
Swiftie, I'm waiting for that Will Stein Swiftie selfie.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he can get that?
Oh yeah, he'll forget it just about any selfie. He's pretty good at that.
All righty. Well, the hits are just starting. Thanks for supporting us. We'll fix some of these technical glitches because that's what happens here at Radio Row. The more people come, the more they're sharing RFs and signals and all, which means nothing to you folks out there, but it means a lot to us because we're trying to give you good content, quality content, and give you the insight of the NFL that you're not going to get from anywhere else. So for Troy, myself, and again, wherever Will is waking up and having that free breakfast in the hotel, I'm Dave Stevens. We'll be back in just a few minutes with another guest.